and welcome to Peter's Reviews. You find me today in the garden, in the sunshine, with a fresh new Eskute box. What's in the box? Well, we have today the new Eskute Netuno Plus, and I have this in the black colour. Others have done the blue. I wanted to see the black just for a bit of contrast for you, so you can measure the colours up and see what you think. So the plan today, get it out of the box, get it the packaging off, get it built, and then we'll take you around the bike and talk about all these changes that I've added to the new Plus model. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to get it out of the box now, so the next time you should see it is with all the packing and all the straps off, and we'll start the build. Let's go. Okay, that's our Netuno Plus out the box, all the packaging off, so we're just about to start the build. But just before we start, just like to say thank you again for coming along to watch this today. I hope you're a subscriber. If you're not, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps to push the channel and let a lot more people see these videos. Believe it or not, YouTube don't always push everything, so with your help, being a subscriber and hitting that little bell so that you get a reminder when the next video is released, be great. If you enjoy the video today, please give it a like later on. That'd be really good. And if you stay till the very end, I have a lovely £100 discount code that I'm able to give you at the end of the video that you can put towards this new Netuno Plus or any of the new range, which I will show you shortly because I do have them inside. So yeah, a £100 off. Stay till the end and you'll see that voucher. But for now, let's start the build. So in the box, you will get some accessories that you're going to need. So let's have a look at that first, and then we'll start the full build. Okay, that's me emptied everything out the box now, and as you can see on the left here, we've got the LED display installation instructions and our warranty cards in there as well. Then we've got our lovely power pack. Then we have our kickstand, our new Eskute display up in the top right there. Then a set of pedals, rear reflector, which is a battery operated rear light actually. And then you've got your trusty Eskute tools, which we'll be using to complete this build today. So that's everything you get in the box. So let's begin. Okay, here we have the kickstand and the two screws. The kickstand sits behind the guide here, or the metal plate, and then you just slide your screw through to grab the threads on the other side of the kickstand. And begin to tighten up. And then we begin with the second screw, again lining it up, catching it up with the thread so it's held in place. Then grab our trusty Allen key, tighten that up full, tighten that up full, and I'll come back and put a bit of thread lock on that later. I always like to sort any items that might come loose for vibration with a bit of thread lock. Okay, that's nice and tight. So that's our kickstand ready to go once we've got the front wheel on. Okay, before we can put the front wheel on, we've got to remove these brass packaging bolts that are in place here with the big spanner that comes in the kit. You start loosening them off. It should then allow you to unwind them with your hand. And it should just drop off the little lift. Okay, so that's the packaging piece. It's worth keeping in case you ever take the wheel off and you're using it in transit. I always say that, so I'll keep a hold of that for now. Okay, next we'll grab the wheel. We'll take the packaging pieces off either side that protect the ends, and we also removed the centre pin which was attached here to the spokes. The release pin comes in a certain way. We're going to use the release arm here on the left side, the opposite end from the brake discs, and we'll tighten up with this side. In the centre there, there's two springs. Keep them as they are. We'll just move this down to this side where we're going to need it, and put the nut and spring for the other side where we're going to need it at that side. So what we're going to do now is spin it round so we've got the brake disc on the same side as the brake caliper. So the way I do this is I lift it up, grabbing the spokes to keep everything straight as I can, and line it up slowly, pushing the brake disc through the brake caliper first, and it just sits there and lines up quite nicely. So just spin that round like so. Now I will take the pin now and go through this back side here, sliding it all the way through, and then I will take my spring and put it on the same way as the other one. So it's like the small end and then the bigger end to the outside. Then I'll take the wheel nut and then begin tightening, and then use your quick release lever to lock it over. And then when you get it to the point where you're happy with it, just lock the quick release lever over, and that's your wheel in place. So now you can pull it forward, stick it on the kickstand, and this build becomes a little bit easier now because we've got a nice secure place to hold the bike. So just before I begin on doing the handlebars, I've just removed the keys that are attached by a tie wrap to the front here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the battery straight away and get that on charge as early as I can, so that I may get out of this later this afternoon or tonight, but it needs a good 4, 5, 6 hour charge on its initial charge. When the green light comes on, I will leave it for a couple of hours after that to help it condition the battery. So let's get it off. Removing the battery, slide the key in, turn the key, the battery will pop up, show you that again, and then you just lift. So here we go. Let me just go and put this on charge. I'll be right back. Okay, just before we can fit the handlebars, we have to fit the new Eskute display. As you can see here, our handlebars go through the centre of it here. So what we need to do is just remove this packing piece first, which I've started to unscrew because it's very long with our Allen key. In the packing piece you've got a piece of plastic, that's also for the bin as well, it's no longer needed. We keep the screw, we grab our new display, we slide that down onto our stem, and we drop that screw back in. Grab our Allen key again and start to tighten that up. Okay, I've got that down to where I want it, just sort of started to feel tight. I'm not going to do anything further with the lining up and the tightening of the stem until I've got my handlebars on. To do that, we want to remove these 4 screws so we can set our handlebars in place. Okay, we're going to lift our handlebars up and we're going to look at the positioning and get them lined up properly. We've got to get it quite square. There is some ribbing here that you might not see that helps you centre them. Then grab your guide or guard on the outside with 1 screw attached so you can finger tight that in place. Grab a top screw and then just work your way through, tightening all 4 of them nice and equally as you go. Okay, I'm happy with that, nice and tight, so that's it nice and secure. We're next going to look at lining up our front wheel and tightening up our stem so that there's no movement. So I've come to the front to do this because what we want to do first is we want to make sure these 2 screws, there's one at either side here, are totally loose, because we want to tighten the centre one that goes through the display fully first, and then we want to tighten them second. It's really important that you do it in that order or you will get movement on the stem. So I'll make sure my front wheel is lined up properly with the handlebars. That feels nice and tight, it's getting there. And then we'll just move on to the 2 at the side here. That one's tight. The second one's tight. And then we'll just rack them up. And then we'll check for movement. So that one's nice and tight. It's nearly there. It's important these are really tight or you will get movement in your front stem, which a few people have messaged me about because I've tightened it in the opposite sort of way. Okay, if I pull the brakes now, oh, there's no movement there. That's nice and tight. Last thing to do on this, make sure the rubber grommet I told you to keep safe, you've not lost, have you? You've not lost it yet, have you? I lost one, so that's why I know how to keep it safe now. Just set that through and that covers up that hole where the screw goes and your control panel. So that's us all locked in place and the handlebars nice and tight. So we're going to move down to the pedals next. It's coming on nicely. Okay, we're down doing the pedals now. So both pedals are actually labelled left and right, as you can see here. So as you're sitting on the bike, this will be our left side. Now the left side pedal, when you're tightening, it's actually as if it's lefty loosey, it's like an opposite thread, and it's important that you know that for the left side, that you always tighten as if you feel like you're loosening or you may damage the thread, and it has happened. Your right side pedal is a normal way, righty-tighty. This is lefty-loosey, the actual to tighten it up. Once you've got it hand tight, then grab your spanner and just tighten that up. Okay, we're done at the right side, so we're going to put the right side pedal on, and that is just a normal righty-tighty thread to get that started. Then you can spin it on, and then grab your spanner and tighten it up. And there we go. Ooh. So as we're down low with the pedals, I'll just continue on and show you the seat post and the adjustment. So the seat itself comes with a very long seat post. So if you just slide it down in, we have a quick release lever there, and get it to your desired height, but this is loose. So I'll just get this set up so it's tighter, and then lock, and that's you in place. Nice and easy. Okay, just 2 or 3 last things to do now. So we're going to put the front light on, which screws in here. Got the rear battery light that goes on the seat post, and then we'll connect our 3 wires, or 2 wires up, sorry, from our control panel. Let's do that now. Okay, we're going to do the connectors now. You'll see you've got a green and a blue, but you'll actually find on the opposite end you've got a green, blue and yellow. You'll have 1 extra connector. I'm thinking that's going to be for the throttle. I'll double check that. Let's get the blue one done first. Just line it up with the pins, and then a push and a click, and then the green one. Line it up, and a push and a click. Now we'll move on to the reflector on the back seat. Okay, our rear light goes through our seat post. So if you just loosen the screw right off, slide it in place, get your seat post back in place where you want it, then lock it in place, and then just tighten your screw. Okay, that completes the build of the Neteno Plus in black. It's a sort of matte black with the standard sort of blue leverage and the white Eskute symbol on it. It's all looking pretty cool. Okay, what I'll do now is I'll walk you through, or I'll take you through all the components that go into making this new Neteno Plus. If you're already an existing owner of an Eskute e-bike, or you're new to the Eskute brand, it's always good to get advice from owners before making a purchase like this, because they're not cheap things and you want to make sure you've got it right. That's why I'm involved with an Eskute Facebook group, and that group's name is the Eskute e-bike owners group. Now on there you will find most of the people in there are actual owners now, and they will share their experiences of ownership of these bikes. They'll tell you how they use them, if it's commuting, or you know, they're using it for weekend leisure or whatever. So it's a good place to come and get some advice, or just join once you have one of these bikes, and they ask some questions and be in a bit of a community. So like I say, the name of the group is the Eskute e-bike owners group. I'll put that up here. There'll be a link in the description as well. If you come along and click to join, we'll get you in there, Okay, we're getting close to the end now, and I did say if you stuck it till the end I will give you a discount code. So this bike is currently on sale, as 2 or 3 of the other bikes are on the sale at the minute, so take a look at the Eskute to get the latest prices on there. But on top of the sale price, we've been given a discount code that will give you a further £100 off. So if you enter, I'll stick it up here, all in capitals, in the discount box at checkout, that will take a further £100 off something like this, the Neteno Plus, the Neteno Plus, the new star folding fat tyre bike, or one of the older range if that's what you fancy. So anyway, again, that's all in capitals, and that'll get you £100 off. I hope it helps. Okay, very excited. Just before I go, I did promise I would show you all the bikes that I have at the moment. So this is the complete new range and a variation of some of the colours. So on the left here, on my left, we have the new Eskute Star Fat Tyre bike. Then on our right, we have the new Eskute Neteno Plus in the new white colour. And of course, we have the new Neteno Plus here. Now you can get the Star in black like this, and you can get the Eskute Neteno in black like this as well. And you can actually get this Neteno Plus in a sort of lighter blue colour as well. So there's lots of mix and matching. So you need to go to the website. I'll stick a link up there for you to decide which one suits you best. Very stylish, I think you'll agree, all of them. They look absolutely fantastic. Favourite? Whoa, too complicated. Go there another day. But anyway, I want to just say before I go, thank you for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I've helped you to unbox, build this video, give you a little insight of what's involved there. If you did enjoy the video today, please give us a like up here, really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, it really does help the channel. And within the subscription there's a little bell there. If you hit that little bell, it will give you a reminder every time a new video's been released. Now I will be doing lots of ride outs and testing all 3 of these different types of bikes, so there's lots of videos to come, so please look out for them. But for today, I will be setting up a new video for this one. I'll be doing that in the next week or so. That will go through the controller, the buttons to control the display, the app as well, because these 2 bikes can be seen on the new Eskute app as well. It lets you help you record your mileage and stuff. So really lots more things to come from me over the coming weeks, so look out for that. But for today, in the sunshine, I'm going to go for a little ride on this one, see how it feels, and we'll start making the videos soon. Thanks for your time today. Bye for now.